It's time to do some Antarctic STEM activities. Hey there, Mainstream Mamas, welcome back. As you know, my name is Danielle, the founder and CEO of Make Them Mainstream. I help parents and educators just like you empower young females through STEM education. Every Wednesday, I talk about an influential female in STEM, and every Thursday, I talk about female STEM education. Today, we are going to be doing a fun Antarctic STEM activity because January is all about Antarctica from the Homeward Bound organization. We are trying to help spread the word about Homeward Bound because we really believe in their message, and we've loved talking to some of the women involved in that program. In order to learn more about Homeward Bound and more about this activity, click the link in the description below, which will take you to the full article that goes along with this video. And I have to give a shout out to one of my mentors, Tanja Grimble, who has an organization called STEM Vanguards, where she focuses on preschool STEM education. And I got this activity idea from her when I saw her do it at a 52 Weeks of Science event. On her booth, she had a large block of ice with Arctic figurine animals inside, and kids took turn chipping away at the ice in order to save the animals. It was extremely collaborative, and the kids were so excited to learn more even after they took their turn. I was drawn to this activity because I'd never seen anything like it before, and of course I wanted to introduce it during our Antarctica month because, well, it's ice and we get to learn even more about climate change, the environment, Arctic animals, and about Homeward Bound. As always, all of the information you need for this activity is going to be in the full article on the Make Them Mainstream website. There is resources to go to, subjects that your child is learning, skills that they're learning as well, and we don't leave anything out because we want to make sure that you have access to as much information as possible. However, if you do want to take this activity even further and have more education for yourself regarding these types of activities or other activities that we do here on Make Them Mainstream, you can always email me or sign up for a STEM education consulting session where we can dive in specifically for what your classroom, homeschool, or even just your home STEM learning environment needs. Alrighty, let's jump into the activity now. This is what you are going to need. Water, of course, cold weather animal figurines, a freezer, a bread baking pan, a tarp, an ice cooler for transportation, and an ice pick. These ice picks can be a bunch of different things, such as a pumpkin scooper, spoons, popsicle sticks, you name it. We definitely recommend that you do this activity outside because the ice will melt and things will get wet. This is what you are going to do. Step 1, fill up your bread baking pan halfway with water. Step 2 is to place some of the figurines into the baking pan. They will sink, so we will add in more of the figurines later. Step 3 is freeze. Step 4 is to remove the baking pan, fill it up more with water, and add some more figurines. Step 5 is to freeze again overnight. Step 6 is to transport this to class or wherever you're taking this, and we recommend using an ice cooler filled with ice so it stays frozen. Once you're in your classroom, at your charter school, at the park, wherever you're taking this activity, remove the ice from the pan. You can explain the activity and extend your child's learning, which we talk about more in the full article on makethemainstream.com. And then step 9, you put your students in groups of 3 or more, depending on the age and your time constraint, and they're going to remove the figurines from the ice. And step 10 is to continue extending their learning. The ultimate goal of this sensory STEM experience is to free all of the animals from the ice. This activity is so flexible and you can put it to any specific age range that you like. It all depends on how you want to extend the learning. Some ideas is you can teach them about climate change, environmental impacts, the research that scientists are doing in Antarctica, why Antarctica is so treasured, the treaties that are signed to protect Antarctica, how it's a polar desert, explain the landscape and the animals that live there. Another fun way to extend their learning is to have your students categorize the animals that they see in the ice. So you can include animals that don't live in Antarctica, and you can have them separate them into categories such as from Antarctica and not from Antarctica. Like I said, for more information about this activity, ways to extend learning, fun facts about Antarctica, and the types of animals that live there, go to the full article on makethemainstream.com. Or you can sign up for a STEM education consulting session with me, and I will help you make this activity specific for your classroom and your students' age ranges. Doing lessons about Antarctica is fun because we still don't really know all that much about this environment. So allowing your mainstreamers to do an activity revolving around this polar desert shows them the possibilities that they have to study when they become scientists, technologists, engineers, or mathematicians. Their future is filled with opportunities to help people and help our planet. By doing an activity such as the Ice Melt Save the Animals activity, you are showing them those kinds of opportunities. I hope that you have so much fun with this activity. Keep discovering, keep being curious, and happy learning.